Do you want to know why most men stay weak? Trapped in the dirt, scraping for scraps, never rising? It's simple. They feel too much. They talk too much. They cry over shadows that fade with the sun. They react over and over like puppets on strings, dancing to every whisper of wind, until life, that merciless bastard, knocks them flat on their backs, and there they stay, groaning, broken, forgotten, but not me. Never me. I've walked through the fires of war. I've buried brothers in mud-soaked graves, their eyes still staring at the sky they couldn't reach. I've stared death down in the trenches of France, felt his cold breath on my neck, and whispered back, "Not today, not ever." And I did it all without a single tear, without a scream, without letting the chaos inside touch my face. Because emotion is the chain they forge for you, the bait they dangle, the poison they pour. It's how they control you, how they bait you into the trap, how they watch you destroy yourself from the inside out. So listen close now, brother. Lean in. If you want to build something unbreakable, if you hunger for power that echoes through generations, for respect that bends knees, for a legacy carved in stone, then you must sever those chains. You must stop being a slave to the storm inside. You must learn to think like me, to move like me, to become like me. Thomas Shelby, the man who turns pain into power, the ghost who haunts the living. By the end of this, you'll feel it, the fire igniting, the shift, the unbreakable code awakening in your veins. Are you ready? Because once you hear this, there's no going back. Let's get one thing crystal clear, right here, right now. You don't need to be the biggest brute in the room. You don't need to roar like a lion or swing fists like hammers. You don't need to prove a damn thing to the doubters, the mockers, the small-minded souls who'll never understand. No. You only need one thing. The thing that separates kings from corpses, warriors from the wounded. Control over the wild horse of your mind, that beast that bucks and rears at every slight. Control over your face, that mirror they use to read your soul. Control over your very heartbeat, steady as a drum in the dead of night. That's what makes you dangerous, lad. Not the swell of your muscles or the weight in your pockets. Not the flash of gold or the bark of your voice. Control. It's the quiet thunder that rolls before the storm breaks. I've stood toe-to-toe with giants, men built like oak trees, with fists that could shatter stone. Men who could snap me like a twig. And every time, they blinked first. They faltered. They crumbled. Why? Because I was colder than the winter wind off the cut. I didn't flinch. I didn't fear. I didn't let the flicker of doubt cross my eyes. In that frozen silence, they felt it. They sensed the hurricane I kept leashed inside. The rage, the resolve, the relentless will. And it broke them. Without a single blow. You can have that power. Right now. Feel the doubt creeping in? Crush it. Hear the whisper of fear? Silence it. Your mind is a fortress. Build the walls high. Your face is a shield. Let it gleam unreadable. Your heart? It's the engine of empires. Steady it. Master it. Control isn't given. It's seized. And once you hold it, no man, no storm, no setback can take it from you. That's your first step. Claim it today. Now I will teach you how to control your emotions. Have you ever watched a man unravel? Truly watched him lose the thin thread of sanity? Screaming at the heavens, pounding walls until his knuckles bleed. Thrashing like a cornered animal desperate to prove he's not the prey. I've seen it 1,000 times. In the pubs, in the pits, in the eyes of strong men who shatter like glass. And every single time it ends the same. Him on his knees, broken, exposed, defeated before the fight even began. The crowd laughs. The world moves on. And he's left with nothing but echoes of his own fury. The emotional man? He's a book with every page torn open. Predictable as the tide. Easy to read. Easier to destroy. You whisper a cruel word, he erupts. You prick his pride, he explodes like gunpowder. You drop bad news like a stone in still water. He drowns in the ripples. That's not strength, brother. That's not the fire of a warrior. That's slavery. Slavery to the hot flash of impulse. Slavery to the sting of pain. Slavery to the venomous tongues of fools who don't deserve your sweat. But me? You could spit venom in my face, call me every name under the blackened sky, and I'd do this, light my cigarette slow, tilt my head just so, let a ghost of a smile curl my lips, because I know the truth you haven't grasped yet. I control the game. I set the board. I decide the end. And you? You're still fumbling pieces on a checkers board while I'm flipping the whole damn table. Checkmate before you've moved. Emotions aren't your enemy. They're your fuel. But unchecked, they're wildfire, consuming everything you love. Harness them. Channel them. Let them drive you forward, not drag you under. Rise above the storm. Become the calm that terrifies. Today, when the trigger pulls, breathe, pause, smile. You've already won. Now I'm telling you how to overcome the war in your brain. There are 2 wars every man must fight. The one out there, with bullets flying, blades flashing, blood soaking the earth. And the one in here, the brutal, endless siege in the labyrinth of your own brain. That second war, it's the harder one, the one that claims more souls than any battlefield. It whispers in the dark hours, twists your thoughts like barbed wire, turns every victory to ash. When I crawled out of the hell of France, what did I have? Medals pinned to my chest like jokes I didn't tell. Nightmares that clawed at my sleep like wolves. Every crack of thunder was artillery. Every face in the crowd, a ghost of the fallen. The world blurred into threat. Survival became a razor's edge. Did I collapse into the mud? Scream for a savior? Run to some soft-voiced healer to mend my fractures? No, 1,000 times no. I rose, I built. I took the raw, jagged rage, the trauma that could have buried me, and I forged it into fuel. A blazing engine that powered me through the nights when lesser men slept. That's your call now. Don't run from the pain gnawing at your edges. Don't wallow in its filth like a pig in slop. Use it. Let it sharpen you. Hone that ache into a blade, keen, unyielding, lethal. And then, swing it. Cut through the excuses. Carve paths where walls stood. Build bridges over chasms that swallowed dreams. Your war inside isn't to be survived, it's to be conquered. Turn the screams into strategy. The scars into stories that inspire legions. Remember, the greatest empires aren't born in peace. They're hammered out in the forge of inner fire. What's your blade today? Sharpen it. Wield it. Win. Now I am telling you about the expression you must show in different situation in daily life. Here's a secret worth more than gold. More than blood oaths sworn in the dead of night. Your face, it's not just skin and bone. It's your mask. Your deadliest weapon. Your impenetrable fortress. Never, never let the world peel back those layers. Never let them read the chapters of your soul like an open book. I've sat across scarred oak tables from the worst of them. Killers with eyes like pits. Kings bloated with greed. Cowards cloaked in silk. And I gave them nothing. A blank canvas. A void they poured their fears into. No flicker of fear. No spark of thrill. No chink of weakness. They squirmed. They shifted in their leather chairs. They filled the silence with bluster, betting on my crack. But I was stone, eternal, unmoved. And in that void, I saw them. Their tells. Their trembling hands. Their averted eyes. I'd already won, before the first word fell. Control your face, my brother, and you control the room, the city, the world. Smile only when it's a dagger in velvet, calculated to disarm. Frown only to cast shadows of doubt, to make them question their own ground. Otherwise, stone, ice, the abyss staring back. Let the world wonder. Let them chase ghosts in your gaze. Let them guess at the storm you brew unseen. Mystery isn't a veil, it's power incarnate. And silence? Silence is the blade that slips between ribs. Unnoticed, lethal, unseen, unstoppable. Practice it now. In the mirror. In the crowd. Become the enigma they fear. The man they can't predict. The force they can't contain. Now I'm telling you the power of Decipline. Let me pose a question that resonates deep within. What do you dedicate yourself to? What do you honor in those quiet moments of reflection? Is it fleeting pleasure, the tempting allure of instant gratification, or comfort, that deceptive embrace that stifles your dreams? Perhaps it's distraction, the seductive pull of endless scrolling that robs you of your potential, or do you choose to serve something far greater? Something that demands your all? Discipline, the unwavering force that champions victors, the guiding principle of achievers. For me, it's a sacred truth. I rise with the first light of dawn, while the world still cowers in complacency. I celebrate my victories with a toast of gratitude, not as a means of escape, but as a tribute to the hard-fought battles of the day. I don't chase empty thrills or fleeting moments. I build, brick by determined brick. I construct my legacy, one empire at a time. Discipline isn't a burden, my friend. It's your wings. It's not about punishment, but empowerment. It's your shield against life's uncertainties. It's the prayer that fuels your ambition. Master your impulses, and you become unstoppable, a beacon of resilience amidst mediocrity. While others chase ephemeral highs, fading relationships, fleeting likes, hollow parties, you grind. You create, you rise. In 5 years, you'll be standing tall, casting shadows over those who once doubted you, as they plead for a glimpse of the greatness you've achieved. What is your commitment today? One less scroll, one more push-up, one dawn seized with intention. Embrace discipline, worship it, and watch as you become a force that even the gods respect. Now I'm telling how to become unbreakable. It comes like a brother's knife in the ribs, sharp, unexpected, dripping with the ink of trust you once shared. I've tasted it deep. A man I called Ali, who supped at my table, who swore oaths on my children's names, he turned, tried to rip it all away. The money stained with our sweat, the power we bled for, the family that was my fortress. He thought I'd shatter, thought the wound would make me wild, make me lash out like a beast in the trap. He waited for the rage, the roar, the foolish charge, but I smiled, poured him a glass of the finest, amber fire that burned his throat as it went down, made him laugh, made him believe the storm had passed, that safety wrapped him like a blanket. Then, when the clock ticked to my hour, when his guard slept and his empire teetered, I struck, clean, cold, no fury, no chaos, just the scalpel of strategy, carving justice from the bone. Revenge, they whisper, is a dish best served cold. I serve it colder than the Arctic void. Frozen, precise, unforgettable. You'll face your betrayers too. The friends who fade to foes. The lovers who poison the well. The world that stabs when your back turns. Don't burn. Don't break. Plan, wait, execute, turn their blade against them. Blood isn't the end. It's the ink of your legend. Spill it wisely. Rise from it stronger. Let every scar scream, I am unbreakable. Now I'm telling the worth of relentless hard work. Listen up. Here we are, standing on the brink of greatness. You've felt the weight of my words, the urgency pressing against your soul. But let's get real. Words alone are mere whispers in a storm. They hold no power unless you breathe life into them. It's action that transforms mere dreams into solid reality. So, let me ask you straight. Are you ready to break free from the shackles of hesitation? Are you prepared to silence the distractions and focus your mind like a laser beam? To stride forth unafraid of obstacles, setbacks, or the shadows that loom? If your heart roars with conviction, then I have a mission for you, one that will change your life forever. Today, cut the dead weight. Identify that one habit that holds you back. The late-night binge-watching, the mindless scrolling, the grudges that drag you down. Slice it away! Make the decision to sever those ties today. Tomorrow, embrace the silence. When life throws insults or challenges your way, don't react. Instead, let your silence speak volumes. Stand tall and watch as others stumble in your calmness. Every morning, rise and grind. Set your alarm an hour earlier. This isn't about coffee. It's about claiming your time for mastery. Dive into that book that stretches your mind. Lift weights that build your strength. And plot your strategies for success. Train your body to be a fortress and your mind to be a master tactician. And remember, never feel the need to justify your journey to those who can't see your vision. You're not just another face in the crowd. You're a force of nature. You're discipline incarnate. You're a beacon of ambition. If others doubt you, let their skepticism fuel your fire. Let their doubts be the wind beneath your wings. Then rise up. Show them the powerhouse you've become, the empire you're building, the legacy you're crafting. This is your moment, your code of honor, your ascent to greatness. Go forth, work hard, conquer your dreams. Become the legend you were always meant to be. Forge your eternal legacy. You think legacy is fireworks, parades, the roar of crowds chanting your name? Wake up, legacy isn't loud. It isn't borrowed glory or fleeting fame. It's whispered in the quiet hours, those sacred shadows when the world snores, and you burn the midnight oil. When no eyes watch, no applause echoes, just you and the grind, the sweat, the unyielding will. I didn't claw my way to the throne by strutting in spotlights or begging for bows. I became Thomas Shelby in the back alleys, bleeding for every inch, thinking deep while fools partied shallow, calculating moves while whiners wept, turning whispers into thunder, one calculated step at a time. And now, my name hangs like smoke in the air, spoken with a shiver of fear, a nod of respect. It outlives the graves of my enemies. It echoes in the halls of power I seized. Your legacy? It isn't handed down like a silver spoon. It's built, brick by brutal brick, in the silence of sacrifice. It begins the instant you stop living for the flicker of now, for the easy high, the quick win, and start forging for forever. For the sons who'll stand taller, for the story that outlasts stars. What will yours say? He chased shadows, or he built mountains from dust? Choose now, grind now, your eternity awaits.